helps us to get it over there too.
We are.
It does.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna call the meeting to order with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Teresa, please do the roll call.
Mayor Monteleone,
Here.
Alderman Hamilton,
Here.
Alderman Thornsberry,
Here.
Alderman Benn,
Here.
Alderman Broughton,
Here.
Alderman Whitsig,
She's excused,
Alderman Lambricks.
and he is excused.
You have a quorum.
All right, so we're gonna have a discussion on potential sale of the city asset salt. Teresa, can you explain this, please?
Okay, as you've all known, we've, gone out for bid. We received 2 bids. We were asking for landscaping and snow removal services. The 2 bids that we received, only one of them offered both services. You as a board chose that company. We are on a deadline by April 30th to have the salt out of its current location. I was approached by this contractor who said that he had a potential buyer for it. I had a phone meeting with Swinter, Casey as a matter of fact. He is offering to purchase the salt, and then he would take on the transportation part of it, where we will not have that cost. So, a little math here is we did pay $90.82 a ton. We estimated that we have about 3,200 tons of salt. We subtracted from the current contractor's invoices approximately how much salt we used through the winter of 25 and 26. And what we came up with was the salt value is at $28,920. But we also went back and we knew that there was 2 drop-offs of salt. And both times we received an invoice from our current contractor for making sure the salt was cleaned up and tarped. One of the invoices was $1,446.15. You have a copy of it. Another time it was $1,046.25. So if you put that as part of our expense, that's $31,413. If we divide that at 329 tons, that comes out at $95.48 a ton. I did a little bit more math because I was speaking with Matt. This is the provider that you guys chose at your last meeting. And he said there could be some small expenses on his part and asked me to go ahead and put in probably around $1,000 for his part of helping load this salt and get it out of there. So I added that up and it came to $32,413. I divided that by the 329 tons. And it sounds like we're selling it at a profit, but we're just really breaking even if we sell it at $98.52. Now that is going to save us any extra transportation costs, which has been estimated somewhere between $9,000 and $15,000, because you've got to pay for all the trucks, all the staff, all the type of different equipment like skid steers, something like that. I really think this is a great way to get out from under this. I don't see how we were saving very much money by buying it through the co-op and then paying someone to store it, because he was also charging us not only for the storage, but when he loaded his trucks up with salt to come salt our streets, if you'll look through his invoices, you'll see we were charged for that too.
Yeah, it was
The
never
loading
for
of
it.
the salt.
Yes, ma'am.
Well,
Never.
he was charging us for unloading it at his
Never
place
for
too,
it.
wasn't
Yes,
it?
and that's the amount that
Yeah.
I just read. So, I think it's best, that we do the amendment to the contract. That when our salt is depleted, the new contractor would have the responsibility of providing the salt to the city. Instead of guessing through the invoicing of how much salt we actually have left, trying to man our own salt numbers, but not being allowed at the location.
So would he give us some direction when we're gonna be paying for that salt in addition to what we agreed to with the company, correct?
I'm sorry, I'm not sure.
We'll be purchasing salt?
No.
Is that, it's
No,
already
It's
included
$150 a ton,
already?
just built into the contract, so but you only get charged for what you use, he doesn't buy a whole bunch.
Wonderful. This is a win-win for us to get out from underneath this,
I
absolutely.
do. I see
And if
it's a
you said
win.
it's $98.52 technically a ton, and it currently is $130, you said, market value,
Yes,
and they're gonna do every single thing, we don't have to pay for moving, picking up, anything?
except for that $1,000 that he asked me to go ahead and put as a placeholder in case he has any expense to try to help Swinter move it. So Mac is going to be our new contractor.
Got it.
Swinter is the one who's offering to purchase it. When I was having a phone meeting with the three of us, Mac verbally committed to helping move the salt because it has to be done in such a short amount of time. Swinter was like, I'm not sure I can pull enough people. And I heard Mac verbally say, well, we'll help you do it. Maybe together we can get it out of there by the deadline.
Is there a charge
Good.
from Mac?
Mac is saying that he asked me to put $1,000
Just
into
$1,000?
that. Yeah.
Next question is, I think this sounds like a great deal, number one, but number two is our accessibility to our salt through
You will
Beischer.
not have accessibility once it's gone.
I mean, to get to the salt,
I have had no contact with Mr. Beischer.
okay? Are we anticipating a resistance, or you can only come this time and this time? Do we even have any news on that? No. Well,
But the key is, from the city's point of view, and before we go any further, I just want to put on record, the reason that we had to have this meeting on short notice of less than 24 hours is because of the immediate nature of this request to buy it, and the person told Teresa that they needed to know right away, because obviously there's a deadline, so. Anyway, that's what we're doing, but when it comes to that issue, the city has to go ahead and make every attempt to get it off. If he holds us up from getting it off, then we're 100% not gonna pay a single penny for any kind of rent or anything, because he's the one that wouldn't let us get it out of
he's
there.
breaching what, yeah,
Yeah.
right.
And it's ours, and, if he tries to convert it and make it his, then that's a whole nother issue that lawsuits will.
Yeah, as far as I remember, Mac was gonna talk to Beischer and arrange, for him to let us get to our salt.
That's best case scenario, they just do it
Because
directly.
we'll just have them, the contractors.
Oh,
Sure, yeah.
absolutely, yeah, I just don't, I think that once we do this, it needs to be accelerated in case there is any issue, with Jason Beischer, I would hope not.
Yeah, that's
But,
exactly why we're meeting right now,
Right,
trying to get this
correct, I get
accelerated, because the days keep going by.
Absolutely.
clock is ticking,
Yes, ma'am.
okay. I'm for this, there is nothing about this that is adverse for us, we're not only getting our money back, they're saving money, if it is at $130, they're saving, which is why we should get it for free anyhow, the transportation, so I say yes.
So in other words, we're gonna sell the salt at, what we paid for it? Is
Yeah,
that-
we would break even at this amount.
Okay.
Well, this amount meaning 98.52.
Right, 98.52.
You don't wanna ask for a little bit more,
Yeah, you could just round it to
100.
100 and just say,
and then if he tries to talk you down, come down to 98, and and then
If
we
I
break
have your
even.
permission, that'll be fine.
I think that it's okay to add a little bit of cushion in case there's an unexpected expense.
And
that
there's
comes up.
definitely administrative fees for the
Yeah.
city that have to be, you've
Yes.
already been messing with it. So,
We have been dealing with this for a while.
And I think $30 a ton is quite a deal,
Okay.
considering we're paying $150.
How's everyone else feel about that?
I don't mind that, it can't hurt.
Okay,
You know, we're still ahead of the game and we're making them happy too. Everybody's happy.
all right.
Well, as we have been in the past, we're under the gun, and this is a good deal figured out for everybody, and I don't see, anybody going, well, maybe I'll, come to the starting line and then go, well, maybe I need a little more. So let's stick with our 98.52 and be done with it, be rid of it, and that's one less problem we have to deal with.
So you're saying no on going to 100?
Let 98.52 be our floor, offer 100.
Well, I don't,
That would give you
for
negotiation, something
$1.48, no, I don't,
Well, what is
but
that
I don't know,
total?
I don't know why they wanna do that. but-
What's that additional total on that, just for curiosity, for money wise?
I don't have my phone.
Going from the 98.52 to the 100?
It'd be
it's somewhere
$1.48,
in the,
100 pounds or a
So it
ton.
would be $1.48, and you say there's what, 329?
Yes.
$486, it's not substantial, right? Well,
Right.
it'd be tons, so it'd be 486 for just 392. That'd be a lot.
Okay, do we wanna squabble over that?
Well, they haven't been quoted anything either.
They don't know the
So,
price.
they don't know
so-
the
We're,
price yet.
we're going in like, hey, how about this?
I don't think I think if it's a quick deadline, I don't know that they would negotiate much, especially if they're getting a $30 discount.
Well, obviously
Well, we're
they
the
want
ones
to
with the
solve.
deadline.
Yeah.
We're the ones with the deadline. to
Deadline
get
for
it
them
out.
to get a deal though, too.
Well, I'm sure they, I mean, either way, I'm okay with either one of those, really.
I don't think either one's gonna make a difference.
But,
Substantial.
I mean, 400, you said 82 something dollars, like under 500 bucks, I mean, I don't know. And they don't know either, because they have no idea what we're gonna propose to them, but they gotta know it's a win-win for them. What are you thinking, Paul?
nothing, just nothing at all. I'm just gonna print out, no, I can't print it out, but I need to get that resolution that I sent over yesterday with the agreement, so that there's a lot of stuff in there that is important to be approved. So we should probably do that, right now. So I have one copy, but I didn't bring enough for everyone.
Okay, I can run and make copies really quick.
Yeah, we should do that, because the
Okay.
resolution speaks for itself as to why there's a deadline and why we have to hurry on this and why we're not following every procurement requirement that we have about putting this out to bid for sale of city property.
Okay, so they will,
Obviously a deadline.
they will get a copy of this?
They'll get a copy of it, I mean, they can have one if they want it, but this is really for.
Well, what I'm getting at is, if they see this and there shouldn't be any reason why they don't, they're gonna know the circumstances we're under.
Mac already knows.
Well,
They already know,
probably
yeah.
if they're in that industry, they know the deal
Yeah,
anyway.
and the reason they even made their offer is because Mac was probably talking to these guys and they were like, oh, well, you're.
Right, yeah, we can use
get
the
this
salt.
off, we'll do that.
Yeah,
And so, yeah, we just we'll have a little agreement, and so, I think that saying $100 a ton and then having, and the ability so that we don't have to get back together in a few hours to, go down to a certain floor, whatever that is, whether it's 98.52 or 95.48, which wouldn't include, the only difference there is just not including max $1,000. So as long as you have some other backup that in case they say no. Obviously, the real floor is 90.82, but,
That doesn't include our costs.
no, it doesn't, so.
And-
I think they can understand why we need our cost, and so, So just as long as there's some backup number in case they balk at that 100. because having them buy it and getting it off of there would be quite the,
So you're saying go to the 100 might be the best suggestion, then go down to the 98.52? Well,
yeah,
still, it's minimal for
when,
them.
when Teresa calls them, she says, okay, the board said $100. And if they say yes, then that's that, we just fill out the agreement and we're on our way. If they say, no, we need, 95, she would say, well, I don't think they're gonna take that, and then she could say, let me call you back, and then she'd say, all right, I can do it for 98.52, but that's as low as I can go, that's all the authority I
There you go.
So you're saying that
That's fine.
98.52 is our lowest?
I'm not saying that, I'm saying that would be
Okay.
an example of a negotiation.
Well,
I'm
could
not
we-
the board. You guys have to make that.
Could
call.
we do this, though? I guess I'm asking this just to get it all done. What is the lowest, and they might be ecstatic at 100.
I know,
What would be our lowest that we could give Teresa permission to negotiate it down to in the event that they want to negotiate it down?
That's what we're trying to figure out. To
Well,
recoup our
one-
cost, it would be 98.52.
Well, the 90.82, am I looking at the wrong number here?
That
It says-
doesn't include any of the cost to move it.
Store it.
Mhm.
any of that stuff.
That's
Well,
just the
who's
pure
gonna give a
pricing.
suggestion? What is your suggestion on how low she may go to comfortably?
I think paying $1,000 for them to help move it would be fine. I would go down to 95.48, but I think we could sell it for a lot more than that. If the going rate is, we're paying 150.
Time,
Yeah.
time, you know, it's time.
That's
It's
it.
about our time.
Well, that's what I'm saying, is I wouldn't start at 95.48. I would start at
Right.
100
And that's a
then-
good suggestion. And
And
try to
then-
get them to 98.52, then if they still
Yep.
squabble, it could go as low as 95.48.
95.48, because then we're paying $1,000 for them to move it, essentially.
And that's not including the 1,000.
95.48 is not, right.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, and then we can leave we can put the amount in the resolution, but we can also give Teresa, the $100. Well, it's 32.90 would be the number to fill in then. But Teresa could have authority to go on it. And I put something in there that said it would go up by $2,000 after April 30th, because that's what Pfizer says he's gonna charge us for storing it.
Cool.
So we're reading through this now to determine what should be changed, if anything, or are you going to go through it with us, Paul?
There's nothing that needs to be changed other than in the resolution filling in 3290 as the price of the contract.
Okay.
Is there anything important in here that you want to point out that we need to?
But in the sale agreement, what I would point out is that, the purchase price will fill in once it's been negotiated. And then, as you see in 3, the location removal the salt is sold as is, where is, and they are responsible for all loading, transportation, labor, and removal of the cost of the salt. And that's gonna be with Swinter or whatever. There may be something we have to do with MAC, but that's not them. The removal deadline is put in there, and that's why it would go up if they don't get it out of there. And then if they don't pay, then if they don't make the first payment, then we'll just terminate the agreement.
Does number 3 include communication directly with the current contractor? So that we don't have to be an intermediary?
We can add that, just make sure that it's clear.
I think that
that's what
might
they're doing.
be helpful in executing this a little bit quicker so that they can go directly to them. And they don't try to fit us as middlemen.
Contractor to deal with current storage facility owner, we'll call it that.
And that has to be as part of our offer, right, to them.
Yeah. And it makes more sense anyway, because frankly, for everybody involved, the more the city stays out of it, the less we have to deal with the emotional part of this whole thing. If he's
What-
just dealing with other contractors, maybe he doesn't have to do so.
So 329 is our estimate, right? We're
Mhm.
estimating that's what's there. So what happens if it's not 329?
Yeah, in the one with Mac, I spent the time to say that we would adjust all that stuff. You know, on this one, it was, I don't exactly know how we're gonna verify what's out there. So,
We're gonna have to just trust them, what they say, right?
and trust that our numbers are at least ballpark right.
Because my thing is, what if they come back and they go, oh, it was only 125?
Yeah, well, that's.
Well, it's gonna be a little odd, because, you know, I mean, finance is not my background, but we do have all those invoices from the 2 salt purchases. And on each invoice, when there's snow or ice, he puts how many tons was used.
Definitely.
So that's how we subtracted it and got down to 329.
Are we gonna be willing to adjust our payment if he comes back and says that it's half of what it was?
You know, that's, the agreement doesn't say that, so they would have to come back and ask us to have the board.
So that would just be a separate issue?
Yeah, the
Okay.
risk is on them on that.
Okay.
If they agree to this, they bought 329 as is, and if they say later it wasn't there, then we'll they'll have to verify that somehow.
And the current contractor has not given us an estimate of what the amount of salt is, because they're being.
Through
He
billing.
wrote that letter, and I think he said something about I can't remember what his number was, but I don't know.
I know that at the meeting the other night, you know, he mentioned, you know, something about good luck with the salt, it was like $30-something thousand worth. So
Yeah,
he
he's mentioned that,
knows.
it's exactly.
And it's on the Meeting Owl,
He
which
has
is
mentioned
posted
that.
on YouTube, which is also posted on our website. So he's on tape guessing the value of it.
Well, that comment was about the salt, because it said, I thought it was about the salt. Yeah, okay.
They, you know, but he also said good luck with that.
Yeah, looks great. I just wanted to add that I think he needs to talk to them directly.
Yeah, this is a great way to get it where it needs to be.
All right, I think that on the, it's kind of, yeah, just know that this resolution is gonna say 32.9, but if we have to adjust it, the minutes will show that we have given authority to go all the way down to 95.48. So even if, you know, so we're not stuck by exactly what the resolution says, because we might have to adjust that.
What is the 3290?
100 times 329,
Okay,
so $100 a ton.
thank you.
And so I think you were out of the room, Teresa. We talked about going to the 98.52
Mhm.
if they say anything.
Mhm.
And then your lowest point would be the 95.48.
Okay,
So those were the 3 numbers I recall. Okay.
Right.
perfect, thank you.
And obviously, we'd rather not go to 95.48. but-
Correct.
Right.
Okay, resolution authorizing the sale of the road de-icing salt. I will entertain a motion to approve resolution 424.
So moved.
We have a motion by Carol. A second?
Second.
Second by Michael.
What's
All in
the
favor?
14? What's the number? Resolution number?
444.
424.
424. All right.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion passes. So I have a adjournment. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Michael, do I have a second?
Second.
Marty, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. The meeting is adjourned at
1224.
12:24.